applicants, but we got down to a list where it was just the best of the best. We forwarded that list on to the trustees for their final decision, and I can tell you today, in my own opinion, that they made the right decision. So very pleased that Admiral Cropper is here with us today. Why him? He wanted to give back to Cal Maritime a little bit of what had been given to him, and that was really the turning point for him in the process. In his first year, he likened himself to being a freshman or a fourth classman, and like every good fourth classman, he wanted to soak up everything Cal Maritime. He met with the students, he met with the faculty, he met with the staff to learn about the institution and what it is that makes this place go, what makes it provide such great life lessons to all the cadets that walk across the quad or the formation area, whatever you know this as outside. He began meeting with members of industry to get a better understanding of what the cadets would need to lead industry into the next century. And you know, it's interesting, his eyes light up and his ears perk up when he talks to alumni and hears countless, some might say endless sea stories about their experiences, you know, where they've been, what they've done, but why they value their time at CMA or KEMA or Cal Maritime, again, depending on what time in history you were here. But to hear about the lifelong bonds that were built and the appreciation that they have for the training that we all received while we were here. He's reached out to alumni in all parts of the country as well to learn about those traditions that we hold dear, learn about the careers, and share his desire for all of us to be part of Cal Maritime's future. And at the risk of stealing his thunder, one of the questions he always closes with is, how long has it been since you came home? So we're here. Something you may not know is that in our 84-year history since the founding of the Academy, we have just a little over 6,000 graduates who call Cal Maritime home. That's a pretty small number. And in fact, earlier today I learned that there are 3 million graduates of the CSU system. So our 6,000 is about that big. But it's a really important, strong, tight family because we are so small and we've shared all these experiences that come with being here. For many of you who haven't been back recently, the drive down the Maritime Academy Drive is sort of an eye-opener. All that steel up there and all the other construction that's going on. The place is changing before our eyes. So in his second year now, Tom has taken what he discovered during that first year to build a stronger academy that will not only withstand change, but will also help to develop leaders for this coming century. So he's using his connections and his experience to help Cal Maritime grow. Again, what did Cal Maritime give Tom Cropper? He told me that it transformed his son, Tommy, who graduated last year. He's one of our 6,000 alumni. And that's why he wanted to be a part of the Academy. And I think that's truly the reason. And everyone saw that in him during the interview process. So what Cal Maritime is still to receive from Tom Cropper will be built on what each of us helps him put forth to succeed. That's what we do. We reach back to help those who follow in our footsteps, the current cadets, our fellow graduates, and the Academy as a whole. So this is a call to all the alumni out there. Please join me and President Cropper in helping the next generation of cadets. Welcome aboard, Tom and Heather.
To give greetings from the presidents of the California State University is our keynote speaker, Dr. Leroy Marishta. Dr. Marishta is the 5th president of the California State University at East Bay. Leroy.
Thank you, Dr. Zabowski. Trustees, Chancellor White, fellow presidents, President Cropper, the students or cadets, faculty and staff of Cal Maritime Academy, and all distinguished guests here today. I am extremely pleased and honored to be able to represent my colleagues, the presidents of the other 21 California State Universities, in officially extending greetings and welcoming Thomas Cropper to the CSU system as the 14th president of the California Maritime Academy. Most people understand an inauguration as a ceremony that inducts someone into office. But on this day, the Maritime Academy's first ever inauguration of a president, I ask you to think about the literal definition of the word inauguration. Quote, to bring about the beginning of, end quote. Because I can assure you that this day brings about the beginning of something very special. The job of a public university president demands awareness of and responsiveness to the needs of students, faculty, staff, and the community, all within the context of a public university in service for the public good. President Cropper's vision and aspirations align well with the traditions of Cal Maritime's commitment to excellence in education and research, in maritime trade and transportation. As you've heard, he brings to the campus a rich history of maritime leadership, a career spanning 31 years in the United States Navy, culminating his career as a Rear Admiral. Thank you, President Cropper, for your distinguished service to our country, and thank you for your service now to the current and future students of the California Maritime Academy. His experience in running naval training and education operations and of working with young adults makes him the exemplary model of how to lead others and make and carry out decisions, as others have said already. He is a living embodiment of Cal Maritime's values of dedication, honor, integrity, respect, responsibility, and trust. I had the privilege also, as some of us on this stage, of serving on President Cropper's search committee. I was the president serving on the committee. And we discovered that Tom Cropper is a man of integrity and honor and a leader who keeps his commitments and respects his colleagues. Hopefully I'm not breaking the confidentiality, and the trustees forgive me, and the chancellor also. But during his interview, Rear Admiral Cropper was asked what his single proudest achievement was. And he said he had to tell us two. He apologized and said, I can't just tell you one, I have to tell you two. And he said that on 2 missions in the Persian Gulf, he brought every one of his troops home alive. That put things in a little different perspective for us, those of us who have been in higher education and academia our whole lives, and gave us a little different perspective in terms of this man. But I think, as you heard also, as Ken said, I and others still did not understand why Rear Admiral Cropper wanted to be President Cropper. His passion for the position then came out, as you heard, when he spoke about his son Thomas's experience at the California State Maritime Academy. Being a president is a lonely job at times. You have a lot of people around you, but sometimes you've got to make some decisions that are very difficult. And you've got to have that passion to be the president, to willing to make decisions, some hard decisions, and having people maybe not always appreciating what you've decided. So really, that's why, when we were looking for the new president of your academy here, we really knew that that person had to have passion. So he did speak about Thomas, his son's transformation, and the changes that he went through, and the man he became after he graduated from here. And that said a lot, and he said that what he wanted to do was be able to be in a position to offer that same opportunity for the next generation of young women and men coming into the Maritime Academy. So it really does require that kind of special passion for the students and for the university that one works at. President Cropper possessed that passion, and he showed that to us in the interview, and that's one of the turning points in his interview that really turned me, and I believe turned others on that committee to say, gee, this guy really does have it, and he really has that passion and wants to be the president for all the right reasons. His focus is on students and the importance that a university education provides in making a meaningful difference in their lives, for their families and communities, and the world at large. Throughout his career, President Cropper has successfully led insightful and ambitious and sometimes dangerous initiatives. The late Peter Mihas, CSU trustee and chair of the search committee for your president, summed it up well when he said that Thomas Cropper, quote, brings a stellar maritime career, superb leadership skills, and excellent management experience, end quote. Having got to know Tom quite well this past year, I proudly call him my friend, in addition to being my colleague. I am pleased that he accepted the Board of Trustees' offer to become your president. The Maritime Academy is extremely fortunate to have a truly exceptional leader in Tom Cropper. I know his expertise and vision and his past experiences will greatly benefit Cal Maritime, the Pacific Rim, the California State University system, and beyond. Tom and Heather, on behalf of your CSU presidential colleagues, we extend our heartfelt congratulations to both of you on this auspicious occasion. We look forward with anticipation to the unfolding of your vision and aspirations during your tenure as president of the California Maritime Academy. Thank you and welcome, President Cropper.
And now for the big moment. Dr. Timothy P. White is the 7th Chancellor of the California State University, the very largest four-year university system in the world. He was a first-generation college student and a product of California's higher education system. To present the symbols of office, please welcome to the podium Chancellor Timothy White. Chancellor.
President Cropper, Vice Chair Monville, Trustee Norton, to the presidents, colleagues, the faculty and staff, to our cadets, and to the ladies and gentlemen gathered today. It is a profound honor to have the opportunity today to invest Thomas Cropper as the 14th president of the California Maritime Academy, California State University campus. As you well know, and we've listened to different perspectives today, of the unique and vital mission of this institution for America. It's as simple as that. It is as complicated as that. And as such, it needs a uniquely talented and effective leader to navigate the issues that are in front of us. As you know, Tom Cropper came to us as a highly decorated officer with a wealth of intellect, a wealth of experience, and a wealth of strategic leadership opportunities that he excelled in. He also, however, understands that we stand on the shoulders of those who preceded us. He understands and respects the traditions and the history and the heritage of this academy, as well as understands what our graduates, when they leave us, what they are going to face in this ever-complex global world that we are blessed to be in. But he also has a perspective of the California State University as a parent of students. One, as you know, graduated from here, and the others have gone to other Cal State campuses. And so he knows what it's like to send your kid off to college and what it means for her and for him to grow and develop their social skills, their personal skills, as well as their intellectual capabilities. Tom, it's been an honor to work with you for the last year. And what you've brought not only for this campus, but for the university system and for the state of California, we only look forward to more. It really is a great day to be a keel hauler. And so if the cadets will pick up the Admiral and take him out to the keel, we'll do this one in a memorable way. But in the absence of that, since it's no longer in dry dock, will President Cropper and Trustee Monville, the Vice Chair of the California State University Board of Trustees, please join me to my left. Just like the cadets, he's not leaving. By the authority granted to me by the trustees of the California State University, I hereby invest you with the office of President of the California Maritime Academy with all of the honors, privileges, and most importantly, the authority, responsibilities, and accountability pertaining thereto. Ladies and gentlemen, President Cropper.
Thank you. Thank you, Chancellor. And thank you, Vice Chair Monville. And thank you so very much to all of you who have gathered this afternoon, whether in person or in spirit. To Vice Chairman Monville and the trustees of the California State University, to Chancellor White and the Vice Chancellors, to the presidents of the 23 campus, 400,000 plus student-centric California State University, the largest, most productive public university in the world, with a special thank you to your presence, and more so to your spouses, who serve California daily in exemplary and meaningful ways. And thank you, Barbara and Phyllis, for being here. To the cadets of the nation's only maritime academy on the Pacific, you're the reason I come to work each day with a smile. A warm welcome to Sarah Couch, President of the California State Student Association. To the leaders of the Academic Senate, and to the faculty and staff who work together to make this the nation's finest maritime academy. To our ancient keel hauler, Sherry Sims. To our alumni and maritime profession partners who serve to advance their beloved institution, represented by people like Tony Del Gavio and Norman Fassler Katz, and Hank Ryan and Larry and Lynn Korwatch, and distinguished alumni Norman Werner and Bob Piazza. To the many volunteers who generously give of their time and talent on our foundation, alumni, and advisory boards. To our friends, neighbors, and partners throughout the Bay, especially those in Vallejo and Solano County, represented by Tom Bartee and Jerry Key, Rich Curtola, Jim and Nadine Morris, and my sensei, Suzanne Bailey. To our elected leaders, Linda Seifert, Aaron Hannigan, Jill Teckel, Hermie Sunga, and Bob McConnell, who join us in strong support for our critical mission for California and for the nation. To my colleagues and friends and mentors, including Vice Admiral Barry Costello and his wife, Sharon, who get the Teammate Award for the round trip from Seattle. Rear Admiral Jerry Burroughs, his wife Beth, Captain Bill Shuchuk and his wife Donna, Commander Scott Whiskey Calvert, his wife Wendy, and to my family, to my parents who enabled me to become the first in 6 generations of croppers in America to graduate from college. To my children who endured and succeeded in the nomadic life of the Navy Junior. And to my wife Heather, well, I can't possibly say enough about your decades of love, support, persistence, and grace. But here's a start. Thank you, honey. And thank you to all of you for joining again for this day. As the almost new president, the almost new 14th president of this unique, storied, and magnificent institution, I've been energized and amazed and humbled by the tireless dedication, intense work ethic, and the creative and imaginative spirit that flourishes within this campus. Each day over the last year, I have observed our faculty, staff, and student body, a very unique student body called the Corps of Cadets. I've watched them join hands with alumni in the maritime industry, and our neighbors and partners in Vallejo. They are Cal Maritime. For me, leading a committed team such as this is the rarest of privileges. I do not take my obligations lightly. To my campus colleagues, I do not take your immense efforts on behalf of our students and this university for granted. You are creating something that matters. You are creating opportunities. And in some cases, you're creating second chances. How lucky for California, how perfect for our nation, and how amazing for a Cal Maritime graduate. Viewed through this lens, or any other, we can look ahead confidently knowing that a great future awaits us. Our success is not predestined. Rather, it will be created by us, for us. Our destiny will be fulfilled through continued creation of opportunities for future maritime professionals. And as we chart our future, we can be guided by 3 words: honor, believe, lead. 3 words. What do they mean? How can they guide us, both in our daily lives and to our future? Why do they matter?